Well, I have an ATR8000 for the Atari, which when I got this many months ago was going to be fun. I found one, bought it, got it here, was going to be excited to try it out. I used to have one of these back in the 80s. Well, I guess try it out again for the first time, right? I had one back in the 80s running a BBS on it, on an Atari 8-bit. And if you don't know what the ATR8000 is, it is an interface for the Atari 8-bit that gives you serial RS-232 port, printer ports, a standard floppy drive interface for up to 4 standard drives, 5¼ inch single, double density, double-sided, and 8-inch discs. You could hook 4 8-inch discs to your Atari 8-bit computer, which again was great for BBSs. So, well, why is it in this bag? Because my joy on that day when it arrived was no longer joy. This became a project. First off, you can see photos here. The shipper seller put it in the smallest flat rate box possible with minimal, like just a thin bubble. You know all the stories, right? And if you take a look in the photos here, every single corner is dinged up. And then on top of that, who knows if the board is even in one piece after it got banged around in this steel case coming cross country. But then, after I took some photos of the damage to send to the seller, I noticed a lag, not my lag, but an insect lag. And I heard some rattling inside, and now you'll see in these photos, I took it outside and shook it, and body parts from dead cockroaches fell out. So I had one of these hermetic type bags. I put it in there, tied it tight, and it has been in this bag for many months now. And the day was going to come that I was going to have to take this outside and deal with it. That day has come. Well, it's a beautiful day in Southern California. I'm outside. I am upwind from this. This is downwind. The wind is blowing this way. I'm expecting 30, 40-year-old ground up cockroach dust and whatever else in here. So let's just find out what we get. Strong bag, man. This has not had fresh air in many months. Tuck that over there. So, well, we can see the damage more. Oh, it's even dented in on here. I'm not sure I saw that before. And then the corners here, you can see the back. Yeah, nasty. I don't even know if this has been upgraded. The standard one was 16K and you upgrade it to 64K or bought it that way. This one was originally 16K. You can tell by the sticker here. And I haven't even had a chance to open it to see if it's been upgraded. The lid is sticking. I'm afraid to look. Oh. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. You can see nice little cockroach leg right there. Maybe it was just the 2 dead cockroaches in there. I'd have to look up these chips. Okay. Well, that's not bad. Looks like, yeah, capacitor here is broke. They must have did that to get to ground. What's underneath? Well, I'm looking inside. It's not bad. Wow. I really expected a whole bed of like cockroach poop and whatever all over here. So that's not bad at all. The board's nice and clean. Capacitors, not looking bad. I didn't expect to find anything alive in here, so that's good. Kind of proved that is a good thing. Well, I need to take a look. Let's just blow this out. I brought some compressed air. Okay. Well, I thought I'd be out here a while. I brought some cleaning sticks. I thought I'd be cleaning gross marks off and stuff. I am pleasantly surprised. This looks good enough to go back in the studio with, I believe. There is something here. Oh. Let's see, it should roll out. Oh, tiny fly. Okay, let's go back inside. Well, back in the studio here, and thankfully that was pretty anticlimactic. I really expected to open this up and just find, just dead cockroaches and just gunk stuck, and I was gonna clean stuff. But not really. At best, I've already brought this back into the studio, took the board out, and it's pretty clean on both sides. I did find one cockroach leg left in here, so took care of that. Wiped down some of the rust on here. Other than that, I'm gonna check the transformer, check the output from the DC conversion on the board here. And then I'll fire it up, see if the Z80 processor is working, the floppy drive controller. The RAM on it is just a standard 16K, and there's an upgrade for that. I gotta go find the 64 whatever K chips, pop those in, change the jumpers, and then I can run CPM on here. The 16K version, it's just an interface for the Atari for the serial, printer, and drives. But with 64K, you can then have the Atari be a terminal and run CPM. So I'm looking forward to trying that out again after 40 years. So thanks for watching another video. Catch you next time.